and welcome to Thumbs Up South Florida. I'm Denise Cassell, your host today. I'm going to be introducing a real special guest that's going to touch up on a couple of topics that is very sensitive, especially around the world of healthcare and providing insurances around that. So I'm going to introduce Bill Bingo, a 26-year veteran in the financial services industry, and has been working in this particular space of licensed insurance offering through the healthcare insurance. We'll get that straight, won't we?
Yeah,
So I know right now you're currently a platinum agent, and you'll have to explain to me what that really means in a minute. Now, we did chat a little bit, and I have to say that a few things that are very, very compelling when I stood some things on you and some research, but you live in Boynton Beach, or you're a native here to Florida?
Well, not a native, but I feel like I'm a native. I've been here for most of my life. We moved here in '76 from upstate New York, so.
Okay, well, yeah.
Native enough.
Native enough, yeah. Well, I'm going to ask a couple of questions that I think our audience would really love to hear. But I want to first ask you, from being in the financial services industry, it covers a lot. Why did you pick this particular insurance to make a difference, and why you made the effort to do this?
It's a good question. I ask myself that too quite often, and the reason really is simple. In the financial services industry, it was all about helping people achieve their goals. And in this industry, it's helping people solve their problems, okay? Mm-hmm. And there's nothing more beneficial than being able to help a customer navigate what should be a very simple process that has now become a very complicated process. And to help somebody do that and save money at the same time, it makes you feel good. It makes them feel good too.
Well, I would share with you, being a financial advisor myself, I can certainly understand that our ultimate goal is to do the right thing for them. But we also want to enjoy what we're doing and believe in what we are presenting to them as to what it is that we're trying to help them protect or preserve, for that matter. Mm-hmm. So you moved into healthcare.
I did.
And so tell me a little bit about exactly what it is that you would specifically talk to a client. What are you looking for as far as who you would be best fit to talk to that's looking for something that you offer?
That's a good question. The person or family that is best suited to what I do is really that segment of the population that, in my opinion, has really paid the biggest price for today's current situation. Call it Obamacare, call it the individual marketplace, and that is people who do not have access to group health insurance, that are relatively healthy and are successful enough that they don't receive a government subsidy. Mm-hmm. That segment of the population gets no breaks. They only get told what they can do, and they have to pay a lot of money for it. We have solutions that literally save these people as much as 50% off of what they normally would pay in the individual marketplace.
So this gap that you're talking about, what's the average gap person look like? What's that type of individual that would be calling you? That are they in their 20s? Are they in their 30s? Where are they in their segment of life?
That person can be anywhere from 25 years old to 63 and a half. They tend to be self-employed people, small business owners, realtors, lawyers, anybody who is an independent contractor. Okay. These people have to go to the individual marketplace as of right now in order to get an ACA approved plan. Okay. That's now changing, and there are more options available, including ours.
All right, well, so in the process of selecting what a client would want, you're obviously going to customize a solution. Mm-hmm. And so what other options you can provide to them outside when we think of healthcare? All right, so are we thinking about going for your physical, your annual checkup, or how often we go to see the doctor? Tell me a little bit about how that particular situation comes up and how you would address what they're looking for. Do you go through an entire menu of options, or are you just kind of looking to see what's the best fit for them?
Well, really, it's all about what is the best fit for somebody. And, the general public has really been groomed to believe that healthcare should really provide you those day-to-day things. But really, those are the least expensive portions of healthcare. Healthcare becomes an expensive endeavor when something goes wrong. Health insurance is supposed to be designed to solve that solution, to be the solution when you have an injury, when you have an accident, or God forbid, you have a critical illness, okay? Paying for a doctor's appointment's the easy part. Okay, what's going to happen if you have a $250,000 situation arise?
Yep.
Okay, that's where health insurance comes in.
Right.
Our solutions actually allow people to have that type of full coverage and minimize their out-of-pocket expense when they're going to go through that process.
So is there add-ons to just what we consider health care? Would it include dental? Would it include vision? Would it include preventive health care? Does that all play into something that you would offer?
Yes, of course. You can structure plans to have dental, vision, but what I think makes them even more attractive is to include things like critical illness insurance, additional accident protection. When you put together an entire health benefits plan, it becomes more than health insurance. It becomes a solution to somebody's problems. And that's what we do. And we do it at an affordable rate. And your customer, at the end of the day, when something goes wrong, rather than, call up and complain that they can't get the service they need, it's nice to get a thank you.
Right.
Okay, thanks for doing it that way. I didn't necessarily think it was going to happen, but when it did,
Right.
you guys were there.
Well, that really does make a difference in someone's life. I mean, just because of the fact that you just never know what could happen when you walk out the door.
Yeah, absolutely.
And open enrollment is when?
Open enrollment starts, it's still up in the air as of right now because with the new presidency, we're now, a year or two into it, but it usually runs from November 1st until December 31st, and that's when you're safest. That's when open enrollment will be there, and you'll be able to choose the plan that's best for you. And you can also, if you're not happy with a plan that you're currently on, once September 1st hits,
Right.
you will have been 9 months on a plan. You can change that plan.
Excellent.
All right, so you can start researching options, like the option that I work with, and you can start making plans or actually changing that as early as the first week of September.
Well, clearly, there's a lot that you could be offering, and those options are probably very much so in line with what the market is looking for. So with that, thank you so much, Bill, for being here. A wealth of
My
information.
pleasure. My
And
pleasure.
we look forward to seeing you come back again at some point.
Would love to. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill, and thanks for watching Thumbs Up South Florida.